in your working folder, your exercise folder, you're going to see an image that begins with 235. It's a photo spin image of an abandoned warehouse. We're going to make it spooky. We're going to darken it up, and we're going to light up just one of these lights up here, all using lighting effects and actually one more trick. So let's start by going up to the word filter and down to render, lighting effects. Now you'll probably get the default or the last thing that you did, and there's the default. That's the one I want, actually. I do want a spot. So we're fine there. So I'm going to pick it up right here and rotate it somewhat this way. I'm going to bring it down by clicking here. Now, that's the one I think I want to light up. So this curvature right here, which is the light, needs to match up with this curvature right here so it looks believable. So I'm going to actually make that a little bit taller. And I'm going to thin it out some, going this way. Maybe something like that. Now come here, and I'm going to bring it down just like that. Now I don't want it to really start going back in again. I want to leave it like that. That's why it's so tall, and that's fine. We can come over here again and decide how bright we want it to be. And over here for the hotspot, basically I want that all the way down. So I'm going to grab here and just pull it all the way down. And I'll need to move this again too, because I want that to start right there. Maybe even make that thinner. I want a skinny light. Okay, how about that? Now, I don't want it this dark around there, obviously, so I'm going to get in here into ambience, and let's make it a little bit lighter. Maybe something like that. Now, you can come over here and you can colorize the light. If it's more of a sodium light, you might want some yellow in there. It's up to you. I think I'm happy with what we have so far, so let's click OK. Now, one more thing we need to do to really make this work. We need to lighten up an oval of area on the floor. Now, how do you do something like that? Because if we, like, say, do levels and lighten up an oval, it's going to wash it out. Because these areas are so dark now, we've lost information from the original. Let me show you a trick. Select your new icon right there. Okay, so we have a new layer. That's going to be our spot of light on the floor right about here. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to pick up our elliptical marquee. I want it right in the middle, so I'm going to come down like about to here. And I'm going to hold down the Alt key. Now that's the Option key on a Mac, Alt in Windows, so I can draw it from center. I'm going to do something, say, oh, I don't know, about like that. Move it up just a little. Okay, so something like that. Now, how do I lighten that area up? Well, here's the trick. For a long, long time, Photoshop has had a brush called a history brush. The history brush allows me to paint back into the image items that were there when it was first opened. I mean, that's its default setting. When we first opened this image, it was nice and bright. I want to put that bright floor back there. But one more thing. Go up to the word select and go down to refine edge. I love refine edge. Now I've got it set here to overlay. So what I'm going to do is just feather it. Now it's not a number, it's, well, what do you want? And I want something about like that. Go ahead and click OK. Pick up your history brush, which is right over here. Now it's a big brush, but understand, in that layer, the only area it will paint back in is the area in the selection. So if I come over here and do that, just like that, now I can go ahead and press the Control key, and that's Command on a Mac, Control on Windows D to deselect it. And maybe even darken it up by lowering the opacity. Just like that. If we come back over here, we can see the before and the after, a totally different type of image. Now, what you might have fun doing here is picking up maybe an image of a model with no background, sticking that model in that light and making it look like that model is inside that cone of light. But a totally different look with lights and shadows using the lighting effects filter.